Hello everyone, welcome to the simplest explanation of A2A and MCP. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of how these both work. I'm Keval Mahajan, welcome to my YouTube channel, and before diving into A2A and MCP, we are first going to design a t-shirt printing business. So stick with me and I promise all your questions will be answered. Let's go. Let's start with me. So, apart from being the founder of this business, I have some other tasks too. My role in this business involves selecting the theme of the month. So, yeah, our business has a unique USP where each month I choose a theme, and based on the theme, we design and create exclusive t shirts. So, my work here is to research the current trends, analyze the market, and then decide the theme. So I can do the research part, but what I'm not good at is designing graphics and the prints for the t-shirt. So for this, I'll hire a great designer. So meet Alex, our new designer. All I have to do is share the theme of the month and she comes up with these amazing ideas and creates fantastic t-shirt designs. She uses tools like Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop to produce high quality art files. Now that we have all the designs of our t-shirts, we need someone who can print these on the t-shirts. So Steve is the one who handles this stuff for us. He is basically our store manager. So once Alex completes the designs, she sends them to him. And if Steve needs any adjustment like changes in the design or any other tweaks, he reaches out to Alex. She then makes the necessary updates and sends the revised design back to Steve. Once the finalized design is sent to Steve, he uses a printer to print the t-shirt design. He also manages the stock count, keeping a track of the stock and updates of the inventory. Now that we have the product ready, the most important part of this business is still pending. That is sales. So for that, we have our sales god, meet Mr. Max. Max would contact Steve to get the inventory details for each product and then lists the available products on various e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Flipkart. We also sell our t-shirts through Instagram. So each new t-shirt, Max creates a post and then shares it on Instagram. Max also take cares of the advertising part, like he prefers email campaigns and some other types of ads as well. Now, I guess we have all the important pillars of our business. We have a great team ready. Now, let's do the favorite part of all the companies these days, replace the team with AI. No, I won't be replacing our dream team, but let's understand how we can correlate our business with A2A and MCP. So, let's go to the point where we started planning our business, me. So my work was to research market trends and analyze them and finalize a theme for this month. So now this work will be done by an agent Keval. This agent can access to Google search, Instagram trends API and a YouTube trends API tools. So it gets all the information regarding the trends and then generates a report on most trending topic suitable for the t-shirt business. So here the tools that we have seen used by a agent are called as MCP tools. As per the requirement, the agent can call any tool and get the output from the tool. So now you may have questions like how this agent is able to figure out which tool to call and how to call. So in MCP, each tool has a name, description of what the tool does, and also what kind of input it accepts. So for example, the Google search tool needs two things. Query, that is what you want to search for, and a number of results. So how many websites that you want to check. When you provide all this tool information to an agent, the LLM underneath understands all these and acts accordingly. Now that we have the theme decided by our first agent, let's move to the next one. So the agent Alex. Agent Alex communicates with agent Keval and gets the theme of the month. So this communication is where A2A comes into picture. So each agent has an agent card where the capabilities of agent is mentioned. For example, agent Alex's agent card would say that she's a designer, she designs arts and graphics. You just have to provide the topics you want to design on, and she generates ideas on the topic and provides the design as image outputs. So this will be the agent card of agent Alex. Think of these agent cards as the business cards. So each member in our team will have a business card that provides information about the person's capabilities. Agent card is exactly similar to that. So the agents will have the access to each other's agent cards and will know what each agent is capable of. So agent Alex uses tools like Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop for creating tools. We can replace these tools with something like DALL-E or Adobe Firefly or any other image generation tool. Many of you must have used ChatGPT to generate images. So similar to that, Alex will have access to MCP tool for image generation. Using this tool invocation, agent Alex creates images in PNG format. Now that we have the designer agent, let's move to the next one, that is agent Steve. So Steve took care of printing designs and maintaining the count of inventory. So what happens next is agent Alex will provide the image generated to agent Steve. So there is another concept in A2A, that is negotiate interaction modalities. What it means is these agents, while communicating to each other, can talk and decide what should be the data format. So for example, agent Alex sends the design in image format to agent Steve. But in the other case, agent Keval send the theme of the month to agent Alex in text format. So these agents can decide what format they can interact with each other. Now that agent Steve has received the image, if there is any other requirement such as size change or some other tweak, agent Steve will ask agent Alex to make those changes. So here agent Steve is initializing the request and agent Alex is processing the request and handling the task. So that means agent Steve is the A2A client and agent Alex is A2A server. So basically the one who initiates the request is client and the one who does the task is the server. These agents will collaborate and then finalize a design which will be received by agent Steve. Then this agent will call the printer tool. There won't be a printer tool readily available. We will have to create one tool. So that connects to the printer via Wi-Fi and then sends the print call to the printer. Something like Alexa controlling your appliances. So this tool invocation will print the desired number of t-shirts with different designs. Along way, the agent also keeps the count of t-shirts printed and the design used for each t-shirt. So till now we have understood how agent to agent communication happens. We have learned about agent cards, interaction modalities, A2A client, A2A server, and also how an agent talks to a tool. We'll talk a little more about this further in this video. So let's move to the last agent, our sales god, agent Mr. Max. So agent Max communicates with agent Steve, gets all the inventory details from him, and based on this information, agent adds it on Amazon and Flipkart. So it has access to MCP servers by Amazon and Flipkart. If this servers does not exist for now, just assume that it exists. So now let's talk more about MCP. So MCP is basically a protocol through which all the agents talk to tools in a standardized way. MCP supports stdio, which is a local transport, SCC, that is a server send events, which works on HTTP, and the third one is streamable HTTP transport. All these transports work on JSONrpc requests to communicate with each other. I know this may be too much, right? So let's understand this topic with a simple example. I am talking to you guys in English. So currently only English speaking audience are able to understand me. But if I start talking in French, only French speaking audience will understand me, right? So here language is the transport and English is JSONrpc, a protocol or a way of communication. Even in MCP, we have concept of client server. So the agent Steve will act as a client, and the Amazon or Flipkart tools that he will be using will be in a MCP server. Each company has its own MCP server open sourced so that these agents or any client can use these servers. So for example, Azure has its own MCP server on GitHub called as Azure MCP. This MCP server can list all the Azure storage accounts, can give details about your Azure account. So this is basically how MCP works. Our agent Steve also takes care of advertising. So it connects to email MCP server, which will help to send automated emails, and something similar for Instagram too. So all the agents are ready, and I hope we have gained a good understanding of A2A and MCP concepts through this business planning process. Let's quickly serve the official doc of A2A. So this here is the official documentation of agent-to-agent protocol. Here in the introduction, we have that it is an open standard designed to facilitate communication. So the first point mentions that discover each other's capabilities. This we have already discussed through agent card. The second point is negotiate interaction modalities. This we have discussed with the example of text and image. Manage collaborative tasks. This was done by our agents too. And securely exchange information to achieve user goals. Yeah, that is also done. So we have the key goals here, which is interoperability. That means, let's say you have an agent in LangChain and the other agent is in Crew AI. So these two agents can talk to each other. So this is the interoperability that is mentioned here. The second one is collaboration. So it is able to delegate tasks, exchange contacts. Yes. So discovery is done through agent cards, flexibility, and also we have the security for communication and asynchronicity support. So there are some guiding principles here and some core concepts which we have already understood. A2A client, A2A server, agent card, task, message, and part, and artifact. So artifact is basically the result of the agent, and part is something that is a part of artifact. So we have push notifications and session here. So transport protocols and all, which is discussed. So this is basically a simple explanation of A2A. We have covered all the necessary details to understand A2A and MCP. So these two are going to coexist and are giving us the power to create something great. I'll be coming up with a practical session where we will be implementing a use case with A2A and MCP. So if you are interested in seeing the implementation, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss the next video. See you until then.